Hello, a social media world. We are live. Happy Thursday to you all. It's Sonia, otherwise known as your dietitian with a mission, coming to you live from Minnesota in the middle of a blizzard. So when it blizzards, it's a great time to jump on and do a Facebook Live. All right, so we're just going to give it a moment here. Hey, Sue, how are you? If you guys are jumping on live, please do say hi. Let me know where you are watching from. I know Sue's down in Florida where it's warm. Sue, we're having another blizzard here. Crazy. And if you are catching this on the replay, go ahead and drop the word replay down below in the comments so I can come back around and say hello to you. Super excited about this topic today because I think it's something that, well, it's near and dear to my heart based on some things that I've gone through, but also this isn't about me. This is about giving back to you. And so I always think that if somebody asks me for information, it's not just one person asking for that information. It's usually a whole bunch of people. And so I thought, what a great topic to get on here and share. You know, we all like to share our favorite things. So it's kind of like a live I did right before Christmas where I was talking about my favorite things. So think about this as my favorite things for gut health. So from a dietitian's perspective, we're going to talk about 5 daily supplements that you can use to just maintain good gut support. And why is this important? So if we think about the time that we're in, everybody's become like uber aware of the importance of a strong immune system. I actually have an entire Facebook group on immune health. So it's called Immune Inspired Health. If you guys want to join the group, we'd love to have you. Drop the word group down below. But that whole group was inspired by what's going on in our world today. Because even though the immune system has been important forever, we've all of a sudden put like higher radar around it, right? It's become the thing that everybody is talking about. And there's reasons behind that. And so the whole topic of today's discussion is around gut health. And why is that important? Because the gut is really the center of your immune system. So did you know that actually 70% or more, that number is slightly debatable, but 70% or more of your immune system lies within your gut. So if you are the person that gets sick all the time, you might want to look down below and see what's going on with your gut, because there is a good chance there could be some things that maybe aren't so happy down there and nobody wants to talk about, right? Your stomach is upset, you have issues going on, but you don't really know why. But that being said, it is the most important part of our immune health, okay? So think about the gut as immune central. So let's dive in. We're going to talk about 5 of my favorite supplements. I'm going to just talk to you about the categories of them, and then I'll give you some of the things that I love personally. And if there's information that you'd like more on, you want to dig deeper on any of these, just reach out to me or comment below. I'll be sure to add you to my group if you're not already there. Okay, so the first one is something called prebiotics. Now this one, you can find it in supplements, but I'm going to focus more on a food base, because prebiotics, we hear a lot about probiotics, so that's number 2 on my list, but we'll get there in a moment. Prebiotics are something that actually are carbohydrate based. It's a carbohydrate source that feeds healthy bacteria in your gut. So think about it as the food to sustain the healthy bacteria. Okay, so prebiotics are just as important as probiotics, but you really want to focus on food sources for those. And so since this isn't about food, this is more about supplements, I thought I'd share a few of my favorite food-based supplements that do have prebiotics in them. So the first one, this is actually a custom nutrition formula. And if you want more information on this, reach out to me because there's a lot of information behind it. So it's not a specific prebiotic formula, but a lot of the ingredients that are in the superfood itself actually feed that healthy gut bacteria. As a matter of fact, I went through a test myself to figure out whether or not I had some things that were out of balance in my gut health. And that's how I found out that I needed to pay closer attention to my personal gut health. And so my personalized formula has a lot of good stuff in it that's supportive of my gut. But that's something you actually personally have to go through a test for. But I just thought I would mention it because it's really been life-changing for me. The second thing is if you find a good protein supplement that is plant-based, they're hard to find that have pre and probiotics added to them. But it's a great way to get that prebiotic and probiotic addition to your food. Okay, so this is a plant-based protein that I actually use. If you followed me at all in my stories, you will have seen me make anything and everything from yesterday, protein popcorn, and it's delicious, by the way. I tried not to eat the whole bag at once, but sometimes we got to do those things. I love it in shakes. I make protein cookie dough out of it. I mean, all kinds of things. But this particular protein, they actually add prebiotic fiber to it. So not only do you get the probiotics, but you get prebiotic fiber in your shake. So super cool, because we're all busy and we like to just make something quick and, drink it on down and go on our merry way. So really love protein shakes. So if you can find a good one that has prebiotics, not just probiotics, but prebiotic fiber added to it, there's a winner right there. Also things like bananas and raw honey. Let's see here. You can get prebiotics from healthy carbs that you eat that also contain a little bit of a sugar source. Okay, so bananas and honey are the first two that come to my mind. But then, of course, you also have extra sugar and carbs, which is why I like the protein shake. Okay, along with that, prebiotics, the next phase of that everybody hears about is probiotics. So what's the difference? This is actually a whole nother topic. We'll do a live on at some point. But again, prebiotics are what feeds the good bacteria, which is the probiotics in our gut, right? So you hear all this buzz around, eat fermented foods. And I know I've done lives on that. Eat fermented foods, have things that have good, healthy sources of probiotics on a daily basis so that you, excuse me, I think I've been talking too much today. Is anyone else guilty of that? Anyway, you want to nurture the good bacteria down below. And there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. Food first, always food first. So your fermented foods, things like kombucha, sauerkraut, kimchi, all of that. Again, I did a whole nother live on that. I love this little green drink that I have every day. You guys have probably seen me posting about this. It's so good. It tastes like chocolate, but it is full of probiotics. Like, who would have thought probiotics in your green drink? These companies are getting really smart, and they're thinking, well, as a matter of fact, let's stop here for a second. When I did a live at the end of 2020 about the I think it was the top 10 food trends for 2021, it was the convergence of food-based sources and supplements into one. Why? Because nobody wants to swallow pills, right? I don't. I like things that I can either eat, put in my mouth, they quickly absorb. And you know what? There's some truth to that, because anytime something in a supplement form has to run through your digestive tract, you don't absorb as much of what's in there because we got a lot of juices down below that kind of gobble up all of what's in that capsule. So anyway, without getting too sciencey on you, it generally means that it's not as well absorbed, okay? So that's why I like things that come in food sources. My favorite probiotic, you guys are gonna get a kick out of this. Thought I would demo live for you. No, I'm not packing cigarettes. This is actually my favorite probiotic. I'm actually going to open it up. I'm going to take it live here for you, but it's a powder. This is the coolest technology ever. It literally dissolves in your mouth. And yes, I am capable of being quiet for 20 seconds. It dissolves in your mouth. And what does that mean? That means because digestion begins in your mouth, a lot of this is being absorbed before it even hits my gut. Super, super important. Okay. I also use another probiotic that's a soil-based probiotic. I like this. It's Mary Ruth's liquid probiotic as well. It's soil-based ingredients. I spray it in my mouth, just spray 15 squirts a day. And again, it absorbs through the mucous membranes in your mouth, does not have to run through your digestive tract. Okay, so 2 awesome probiotics for you. I like them both. They're slightly different. This one is a lot more affordable and it's kind of fun. And it's good for kids too, because, kids like the sort of melt in your mouth effect that comes from this. So it's really fun. Okay, so we have prebiotics. Showed you some examples of things that I love for prebiotics. Probiotics, I showed you 2 examples. And of course, the probiotics are in my protein shake and also in my greens. So it's not just hitting it from one angle. It's really including all of these things on a daily basis so that I make sure that my gut bacteria is as healthy as it possibly can be. Okay, so there was number 2. Number 3 might be a little bit more unfamiliar to you. It's trace minerals. So did you know that unfortunately the food that we eat is depleted in trace minerals that were once very plentiful in our soil? And so when we grow food, even if it's organic has nothing to do with it. It's the soil quality that is lacking, unfortunately, a lot of the nutrients that our bodies need in terms of trace minerals. So when you have, again, a reason to use soil-based probiotic as well, but when you have trace minerals missing from your soil, you have trace minerals missing from your food, we need to get them from somewhere. And they're not the easiest to source. You want things that come from seawater or Himalayan sea salt, or Himalayan salts and minerals. There are very few places, I guess is the best way of saying this, that actually source good quality trace minerals. The trace mineral supplement that I love it's another little powder form. Again, I don't like pills. I just put it in water, stir it around. It actually tastes like grape. It's really, really good. So even kids love it. But this actually is driven by something you've probably never heard of. And if you have, I'd love to hear if you've actually heard of it, because it's like it's a secret nobody knows about. Okay. It's an ingredient called shilajit. And no, I'm not going to spell it. Shilajit. It's actually a very, very special mineral that is harvested in the Himalayas, which is used to drive the actual trace minerals that are in here. So think of it as a better way to help your body absorb trace minerals. It's composed of both fulvic and humic acid. So there's some content for you to go research. No, I'm kidding. All you really need to know is that the shilajit helps the trace minerals be absorbed better, which helps your gut stay healthier. Okay, so trace minerals, very, very important on that list. Okay, and last but not least, actually, no, there's 2 more. One is kind of a as you needed, but I'm going to talk about the last daily one. And that one has made an enormous difference in my life in many different ways. And that is liquid collagen. But it's not just collagen. It's actually a combination of 3 things. It's liquid collagen, type 2 hydrolyzed collagen. Hydrolyzed collagen simply means it's broken down into the perfect particle size for your body to absorb. Okay, so if it's liquid, it's easier for our bodies to absorb. If it's powdered, put it in your protein muffin. Like, it's not going to be well absorbed by the body, unfortunately. But this also has a combination of chondroitin sulfate, so also really, really good for your joint health and soft tissues, really just your whole body, decreasing systemic inflammation. It also has hyaluronic acid in it. Well, as we age, we lose all of these things naturally. By the age of 25, it goes down. By the age of 40, I'm sorry, you're not producing it anymore. So we need to kind of help our bodies out and put that extra collagen, what I refer to as a collagen HA matrix, into the body to help the body also thrive and, as I call, anti-age. But why is this important with gut health? Because it's been proven over and over again in a lot of different studies that collagen can actually help repair microscopic holes in your gut, otherwise known as leaky gut. And that's for a whole nother discussion, but years of poor lifestyle choices and, poor diet, all kinds of things can cause microscopic holes in your gut. What happens then is the food leaches out into your body, causes a poor immune response, and then we got all kinds of problems, from fatigue to gut problems to weight gain to sleep problems to autoimmune conditions. Again, that's a whole nother conversation. But collagen on a daily basis, especially in a liquid form like this, can really help repair a lot of those little microscopic holes. So how cool is that? And it happens to taste amazing too. I just take a shot in the morning and a shot at night and we're good. Helps also with hair, skin, nails. I mean, I call it Botox in a bottle, but it is really very much more than that. Okay. And then lastly, this one is actually an as needed kind of thing. But if you guys, have chronic gut issues, sometimes you end up with an upset stomach a little bit more often than most people do, and you're tempted to run for the Tums. I've been there. If you guys have been there, let me know. The Tums, the Pepcid, all that stuff that's really not good for us. And it starts with fixing what's wrong and supporting your gut on a daily basis. But then also, if you do have too much red sauce or eat a pizza or something that maybe you don't do on a regular basis, and you do get a little bit of an upset stomach, I found these awesome little, we call them healthy candies. This one here, actually, if you have anything going on in your gut, like an upset stomach, you pop one in your mouth, and again, it's absorbed right through your mouth, through the mucous membranes in your mouth. It basically takes care of that upset stomach like that. I have no explanation for why it's so awesome, but it is. It's called ice, and I absolutely love it. So there you go. Those are 5 different categories of supplements that can really help to improve your daily gut health. Because once again, when your gut is healthy, your immune system is strong, you have a fighting chance at being the healthiest version of yourself. So if you guys found value in this information, go ahead and hit the share button. Share this with anyone in your world that this information could impact. And if you'd like any information on what I shared today, go ahead and drop a comment down below, reach out to me via Messenger, or simply drop the word group in the comments, and I'd be happy to add you to my nutrition group where I share all kinds of things from recipes to supplement ideas to inspiration to just nutrition education for 100% no charge. So there you go. Thanks for joining me today. We will see you probably next week or maybe sooner. You guys have a great, fit, and healthy day. We'll be coming back at you live soon. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.